Yeah, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, let's get this, get this. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got look, squeeze.
On second down, Dobbins. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
51 to Mike, boys, 51. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Mike 51, Mike 51. Get it.
To throw on third down. Herbert into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Check 50, check 50. Check. Lucky. Look at me. Go now.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Mike, Delta. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cleveland Farrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Go. 94. That's right, hey, check Mike 57. Mike 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Fights him off.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Yes. Go.
2nd and 3. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing again. Herbert. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's go. Check the backer, check the backer. Check that. Fair. Check 24, check 24.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go. Get it.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, wahoo!
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Here's Jones off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him, kicking it from a long distance. That'll pay dividends. And the miss, You can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Showing it. Check three. Check go.
On second down now, Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Hey, zoom.
From the gun, Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0, Tennessee. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Under 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Hey, let's go. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check three. Shit. 36. Kill. Hey, lock it. Get it.
On second down, Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Ready. Go out.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 31.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Look, squeeze. Jam. Watch twist.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. The throw complete here to Williams. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Herbert. On the crossing route, complete. It's Waters. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Hey, Echo. Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
2nd and 13. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Look at me. Sure.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Set, ready? 50, plant. Smooth. Pick me up. Here we go. Bring her, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Now.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Jones now. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it hit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jones operating from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
15 line. 15 line.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Check three.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now.
From the gun, Herbert. He gets this one to Boyd. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
18 Gator.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the score. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, winding that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make it. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Switch up, switch up. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Switch. Rock it. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after Leo. Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, exit. Big grip.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He's got a man. It's Williams. Give him a 1st down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Raider first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Shift. Pilot, 64, weak. Safe. Bang. Hey, lock it. Bang. Shoot.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 11. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the gun, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Waters. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Going to run again here with Pollard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Titans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught by Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Jones now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Jones to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Jones uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup and let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check, check.
Look at me. Door.
On second down, it's Lindsay. Room to run inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run. And
it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Herbert. Throw left side complete. It's Waters. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Darryl Worley. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves,